Hello, my amazing students. Welcome back to another ESL lesson with Tutor Miska. I hope that you have been enjoying our videos thus far and learning a lot. If you would like to have more in-depth lessons which are face-to-face and one-on-one, you can always visit our website at reacheducationalservices.com. We offer a variety of subjects and these are all personal at a reasonable price. So go ahead and check us out. In today's video, we will be going traveling. So for all my travelers, this video is for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and comment down below. Packing is one of the most important parts of traveling as well as the most challenging, since we want to pack a million clothes in a tiny suitcase for a weekend trip. Yes, we've all been there, so we understand. So the first thing we want to pack is our clothes. What to wear. Ensure that you do some research on what the weather will be like in the country or city or town that you're going to. You don't want to pack for winter when it's actually summer, or vice versa. You want to fit in, you don't want to stand out. Next thing is to ensure to have your toiletries, for example, soap, toothbrush, tissue, toothpaste. Some hotels provide these things, but some hotels may not provide these things. But you always want to be on the safe side, so pack these things with you. Or if not, you can always buy them whenever you arrive at your destination. Next thing is, of course, your passport. This is the most important part. Your passport or your ID. International flights will require a passport. And for some countries, if you're traveling within the country, you just need an ID. Regardless, this part is extremely important and you will need them. You will also need your devices. Make sure that you do not put any liquid in your carry-on or personal item. At least if you have any liquid, it shouldn't be more than 3.4 ounces. And if you need medication, pack them in your carry-on or personal item just to have them near. But make sure that they're below 3.4 ounces. And if they're above, you can always just bring a doctor note to say this is the reason for the medication and these are prescribed drugs. Along with your medication, make sure to pack things that you will need during your flight into your carry-on or personal item, because once you have checked in your baggage or baggages, you will not be able to access it until you have arrived at your destination. Make sure to pack things that are only allowed into your personal or carry-on items, because these things will go through security screening and you're at a risk of losing some things or being fined or being questioned. So please make sure to do your research about what to carry and not to carry in your personal or carry-on items. Just try to fit everything in your checked luggage. Just make sure that it is not any prohibited items, as this will also go through screening. If you would like to know the time or date of somebody's flight, you can always ask, "What time is your flight?" or "When is your flight?" The usual answers are, "My flight is at 10 a.m. tomorrow," or "My flight is on Sunday at 10 p.m. Please note that you should be checked in at least 1 hour before your flight. The flight check-in time usually varies from country to country. Some countries require that you check in at least 2 hours before your flight if it's an international flight, whereas some countries it's just 1 hour to 45 minutes. Please make sure to do some research about when is the best time for you to check in. Also, it is better to be on the safe side by having an early check-in. Additionally, you have to factor in transportation time. So if you live an hour away from the airport, and by driving it is going to take an hour to arrive there, you need to take into consideration that it may be very busy, so the traffic will be very heavy, or the traffic will be light. You do not know. So give yourself time just in case something happens. How will you get to the airport? I will go by car. How will you get to the airport? I will ride my motorbike, or I'm going on my motorbike, or I will take my motorbike. How will you get to the airport? I'm going by bus, or I'm taking the bus, or I'm riding the bus to the airport. How will you get to the airport? I'm taking the subway, or I'm taking a train. When you go to the airport, make sure to go to departure, then look for the airline that you will be flying with. Checking in has been made so much easier these days since you can check in ahead of time on your phone. But for those of you who don't know how to check in online or just find it a bit difficult, you can always check in at the airport. There are receptionists there to help you to check in. When you go to check in, make sure that you have your passport. The receptionist will ask you, "May I see your passport, please?" If you're planning on checking in any luggage, ensure that you have a fee. Usually it costs $30. It varies from country to country, so ensure to do some research about baggage. After you have checked in, the next step is to go through security. Now, the first point of security, they will verify your information. So you will be asked to present your passport and your ticket once again. Then afterwards, you will go through screening. This process is to ensure that you are not taking any prohibited items on the flight. Additionally, it's best to wear comfortable shoes because you will be asked to remove your shoes, and if you're wearing belt, you will be asked to remove that as well as your jacket. And also, if you have any device in your bag, you will be asked to remove those. But some airports are very relaxed where you don't have to remove your shoes. Know your gate. This part is extremely important. Your gate is where you go to board your flight, and if you don't know your gate or you go to the wrong gate, you could miss your flight, and we don't want that to happen. Your gate should be on your ticket, but if it isn't on your ticket or you're just not certain where on your ticket, you can always check the screens that are in the airport. You have screens that show different flights, the time, and the gate. Just check for your flight and the time, and the gate will be provided. If you're still not sure, don't be afraid to ask questions. Once you're 100% certain that you're at the right gate, you can finally relax and wait to board your flight. Please ensure to listen to the announcements that will alert you when it is time for you to board your flight. You will hear things like, "Now boarding Flight 100 on Delta Airlines to Tokyo, Japan." Or if you cannot understand anything, just pay attention. If you see persons getting up to board, you can always do the same. Remember, do not be afraid to ask questions. Additionally, on your ticket, it will tell you which group you're in. Groups are normally letters or numbers. So the receptionist will announce, "Now boarding group 1" or "Now boarding group A." It means that you will be boarded first. You will also be asked to present your ticket at the receptionist again. Have a safe flight. Now that you've been through all these checkpoints, check your ticket to see which seat you're at. Then safely put your ticket and your passport away, especially your passport. You do not want to lose this. Welcome aboard, my amazing students. Now it's time to find your seat. Please pay special attention to the letters and numbers that are on the edge of the overhead bin. The numbers are the rows and the letters are the columns. So if your seat is 24D, go to row 24 and look for seat D. Place your personal item under the seat and your carry-on item in the overhead bin. Buckle up. Make sure to put all your devices in airplane mode and enjoy the flight. That's it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that you enjoyed that lesson. You are doing an amazing job so far, so keep up the good work. We at Reach Educational Services appreciate your continued support. Remember, if you would like more in-depth lessons, or you just don't have the patience to wait on another video, you can always visit our website at reacheducationalservices.com. We offer a variety of tutors from different subject areas. This is an opportunity you need to take advantage of. Remember, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below. And of course, hit the notification bell. See you!